Okay, sorry, a little delay. Hey everybody, it's Michelle from Goodness Gracious Gluten Free. This is my friend Amy.
Hello.
And we're going to be making some really quick and beautiful holiday appetizers for you today. We're going to make 3, and you can make these in about 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the most. But this is like a nice homemade appetizer to bring to a party. And with Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's coming up, it's like really easy and fun to make. So Amy's going to help me with that today. Yeah. So the first one we're going to make is my cranberry pecan baked brie. And I found this super cute little brie baker at Ross.
So cute.
And so we're going to try that today. That'll be fun. And then the second we're going to make is my bacon wrap goat cheese dates with cranberries in the middle. And that recipe is already up on my blog at gggf.me. So you can search in the toolbar to the right and put in dates and they'll come up. So that one's already on the blog. The other one we're going to make today is just a basic charcuterie board, which is fancy for like a meat and cheese tray. So we're going to make a fancy meat and cheese tray, and that recipe's not on the blog yet either, but I'll have the other 2 up hopefully tomorrow. So, ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Awesome! Alright, so for the baked brie, we're going to first toast these pecans just a little bit with some salt.
Okay.
And so I have a little frying pan here, and you can use a big one if you have a big one. I just happen to have a little one. And we're going to put the pecans in and turn it on. We're just going to let them toast just for a few seconds, and we're going to add a little bit of salt. Sorry, I should have grabbed my salt earlier, but I did not. And there we go. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to give you a spatula.
Okay.
Sweet. Start with the pecans. Perfect. And they won't take very long. Maybe as soon as you start smelling them, you'll know they're ready because they're going to finish toasting a little bit in the oven too. So you don't need too big of a toast on them.
Okay.
And I have about, I'm going to say, a half a cup of pecans here. And we're going to roughly chop them once they're done toasting, just so you don't get like a big bite of pecans in your mouth. And then we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of cranberries, and I have the organic cranberries that I just got from Sprouts. And then we're going to add just a little drizzle of maple syrup for that sweetness on top of your brie. A lot of people like to enclose it in crust, and we're not going to do that. We're going to serve it with some yummy dipping sauces in the baker. So while those are toasting, I'm going to cut the top off the brie.
Okay.
Unless you'd rather switch, it's up to you. Oh, okay. All right. I wish they made a dairy-free version of brie because I mean I can
so nice.
eat dairy, but I know a lot of people can't. But there's just nothing like gooey brie.
Melty cheese.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run my knife around it in a circle and then just carefully scrape the top layer off because you don't want to waste too much of the inside goodness. You just want the cranberries and pecans and that syrup to get into the gooey middle part of the cheese. Plus, it kind of makes its own like little serving bowl. Which is awesome. And you can eat the outside of the brie. I don't know, some people do, some people don't. It just depends where you live and I think what you're used to.
And your taste.
Yes, because I think it's a little more bitter.
Mm-hmm.
I just about chopped my finger off. That would have been a fun way to start the video.
I think we're getting done here.
Perfect, you can just shut them off. And if you want to dump them onto the cutting board, we'll chop them real quick. Is that pan hot?
No.
Perfect. Okay, that's very nice. To a chop. So Amy, what are some of your favorite holiday appetizers when you think about holidays? Because I know like a lot of times like Christmas Eve you'll host.
Yes.
And it'll be like a big...
I am a big fan of spinach dip.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much anything that involves cream cheese.
Who doesn't love cream cheese? See? It's amazing. So I just took the top layer off, as you can see. There's the rest of it right there. And I'm just gonna put it right into the little baker. And then we're gonna top it and throw it in the oven. Easy peasy, but you bring this to a party and people think that you spent a lot of time.
Oh yes.
That's looking lovely over there.
Just a rough chop.
Just a rough chop is perfect. Yep, perfect. Wonderful. And you can put them in the same bowl as the cranberries if you'd like. Wonderful. Are they too hot?
Not at all.
Would you like to burn your fingers and put those into the bowl?
I think I cooled them off.
Oh, good. Oh, gosh. All right. Awesome. And now we're going to just drizzle and stir.
Okay.
So this is just organic maple syrup from Costco. And you just give it a little drizzle. Like, you really don't need too much. That's maybe like a 1/4 cup. The cranberries are already sweet, and then the brie is so rich. You really just don't need a lot of sweetness with it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you can just pour it right over the top, and then we'll put it in the oven. And it takes about 15 to 25 minutes, somewhere in there, depending on your cheese, what kind of cheese you have. I found I have my oven set at 375, and it should be done by the time we're done this video. It should be really close to being cooked. That looks awesome. Like, look how cute this is. You put this on a platter with some veggies and crackers, and you're good to go.
It's very festive.
All right, lid on and in the oven. And that is one appetizer that is ready to go to your party. And we could just like go get ready, do our hair, whatever we need to do now.
Just put it in and let it go.
Put it in, let it go. Perfect. So that was number 1. All right, now we're on to number 2. I'm just gonna slide everything up here. Okay. Number 2 is bacon wrapped dates.
Yeah.
So I cheated a little bit, and I pre-made the goat cheese with cranberries in it, but it's really easy. So all you do is you take about a 1/4 cup of goat cheese and put it in a bowl and soften it on your counter for maybe 15 minutes, enough so you can run a spoon through it, and it's not hard. And then I took a 1/4 cup of cranberries and I chopped them up and I put them in here, and a little bit of salt. Mixed it all together. Now they're ready to go to be the inside of our dates. And so these skewers are a little bit long for what I would usually like for a date, but they're gonna work.
Yeah.
The other ones that I had were shorter, but they had like party plastic on the end of it.
Which you can't bake with.
No, it would have melted. We could have some really festive melted dates. I guess we need the chopping board again. So okay, I will bring it back. I'm just gonna wipe the pecan crumbs off into the trash. Perfect. Okay. So the dates, when they come, some of them come with pits, some of them come pitted. I bought pitted dates, so the pits are removed. If yours come with pits or you buy them with pits, when you run your knife through it, you'll just have to go like through it until you feel something, and then you'll stop, obviously. When you peel it open, you'll have to peel out the pit, which looks like a big long brown seed. But since these are pitted, we can just open them like that. And then put the goat cheese in the middle. We'll wrap them in bacon,
So you're not cutting all the way through. You're just
not all the
cutting.
way through, because you want to preserve the cheese in the middle.
Okay.
Perfect. So most of these are cut. There's a couple I left for demonstration. And then we can start stuffing them and rolling them up. And I'm just going to start opening them so that they're ready to go when we're done cutting them. So that's it. I think that one might need to be cut. So what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
I get to go to Las Vegas.
Ooh!
For Thanksgiving.
You get out of cooking.
I get out of cooking.
That is so nice.
It's always nice to have that family get together though with the Thanksgiving meal.
That's true. So that would be fun for Vegas.
Yes.
Amy's son plays hockey, and so they're going not just to avoid the family for the Thanksgiving, they're going to watch hockey.
Wherever hockey goes, we go.
Yeah. So this part gets a little bit messy. I find it easiest to use my fingers to get the goat cheese into the date.
Okay.
But if you want a spoon, I can grab you a spoon.
I'm okay with fingers.
All right. So you just take like this much goat cheese with a cranberry and kind of just roll it in like a little blob. Put it in the middle. So easy. And you want to push it into the date so that it stays. And then I cut these pieces of bacon in half, and then literally you just roll them up so the bacon holds everything together. Take a skewer and poke it through. Voila, ready to bake.
Perfect.
So easy. And I suppose if you were just serving these, like, and people wanted to eat like 2 of them, you could really put 2 in that skewer because it's quite large.
You could.
Mhm.
I bet once they bake, maybe they would stay together.
I think so. I think they would. So, yeah, let's push that out a little so we don't have to get our fingers in there. Yeah. So next week for Thanksgiving, we're going to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house. I don't post any holidays for the rest of the year.
Wow.
I know.
How did you manage that?
It just was the year that it worked out for me. And so I am making stuffing and pie. So
Ooh.
I'm making pecan pie because
Awesome.
that is my husband's favorite. And my sister-in-law, I think, is making pumpkin and chocolate. So that should be fun. And I haven't decided if I'm going to make just regular pecan pie or if I'm going to make it in a tart. So it's like a square instead of a big piece of pie.
Yes.
I'm going back and forth on that one still. And then I'm going to hopefully next week film my stuffing recipe for you so you can see it live how I make it.
Oh, I can't wait.
It is enough to be a meal because I put sausage in my stuffing.
Oh, yeah.
I like a meaty stuffing, not just like, not that I could eat this, but like stovetop out of the box just doesn't do it for me. I want delicious things in my stuffing.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully next week my video will be of that.
I can't wait to watch it.
Thanks, Aimee. And then Christmas, I'm going to my sister-in-law's and brother-in-law's.
Good for you.
I know, so not even hosting that.
And you can always come by Christmas Eve.
I know. You're so awesome. We are having company. So
Oh, you are?
yeah, my dad is coming and his girlfriend.
Yeah, oh,
And
that's
so
right.
We'll see how
Yeah.
that all goes.
Well, they're welcome to.
Thank you. We are going to tour some Arizona stuff.
Oh, fun.
This one's really hard. I can't
Me
get it here. I'm going to push it onto the board so I don't stab my fingers.
I was just having a thing.
So if your dates are a little hard, don't push it into your finger.
So
Can you get it?
it's just, I just don't want it to break apart though.
We could just pretend it's through. It's really just to hold the top piece of bacon
Okay.
on.
I'll leave that guy like that.
Perfect. It's going to be delicious no matter what. I think I overestimated my dates and went short of us 1 piece of bacon. So I think we're going to have 2 leftover dates.
That's okay.
That's okay. These look awesome. I can't wait to eat these later.
I know, they look amazing.
So that's it. Number 2, appetizer,
So easy.
just about done. And that didn't take us more than maybe 5 minutes to throw it together, 10 minutes at the most. And then these are gonna bake in the oven at 375 again. And they're gonna bake for about 15 minutes or until all of your bacon is crispy. And if you want halfway just to give them a flip, that way your bacon cooks evenly on both sides, that would be awesome. But yeah, that's 2 down, 1 more to go.
1 to go.
1 to go, and we're all, I'm almost done. You gonna wash?
I'm gonna wash.
Perfect. I'll wash after you, and I'll just put some stuff away. Our last one is really, really kind of fun because you get to do some really creative things with it. And our charcuterie or our fancy meat and cheese tray, you can decorate it for whatever holiday it is. So if it's Christmas, maybe you want to put cranberries on it. If it's Thanksgiving, we're going to put some pomegranates and some grapes. Just whatever is in season. Like, so if you're doing Easter, maybe you want to do some hard-boiled eggs that are colored.
Yeah.
You could do like all kinds of fun stuff. I think it's like the perfect thing to bring to any party because there's something on it usually for everybody,
Right.
which is nice.
And lots of color,
Lots of
always is
color.
festive.
It is. All right, so I'm going to throw these in the oven,
Okay.
and then I'll be right back.
All right.
And we'll start on the charcuterie. What are some of your favorite things, Aimee, to put on there?
I am a fan of olives for sure.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I do like olives. Maybe some sun-dried tomato.
Ooh, that's me too.
Definitely cheese.
I think we've established our love for cheese.
Yes.
Yes.
I love the little baby dill pickles.
Oh, they're so cute. I like them too. Hey, did you know it's National Pickle Day? Deal with it. I'm waiting all day to say that. I might have said it to a few people already.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's fun.
Funny. All right, so here is our charcuterie. I have a pomegranate. We're not going to take the seeds out of it, but we're just going to cut it in half to make it look pretty. and apples because it's festive. And I'll set this up here, and I love this board
That
because
is so fun.
it folds out into all these different layers. And so I'm going to try to set it like this so you can see all the layers.
Yeah, that looks good.
And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm making it too big, I think. Hold on. Go. There. Perfect.
There you go.
And then all the cheese things are here. And the
Oh, how
secret.
convenient is
I
that?
know. All right, so we'll decorate it for everybody to see there. All right. So I have some grapes, it didn't get roasted tomatoes, but I got
the
roasted
red
peppers.
are good.
And I have these amazing olives. They're so good. I have some crackers and meat and cheese.
Perfect.
All right, so we can start assembling this. Where would you like to lay everything out? What do you think?
Well, I think your soft cheeses,
I'm gonna pull a little closer. I'm not quite that tall. We can rotate as we go.
maybe on your flatter surface.
Okay. So I have some goat cheese that I picked up at Costco, and I really like the goat cheese. So would you like to start on the meat?
Sure.
Or cutting that cheese? And then we'll just organize it, and it'll be pretty when we're all done. Oh my goodness.
You can let us open it.
If I can get advantage of it. Let me wrestle with this cheese for a minute, and then we'll get it open.
Or maybe we should put the meats on the fries.
Meat on the platter. Sounds
It'd
good.
be easier to peel it off.
I agree. Or we could do like this kind of cheese down here, and then the meat up here, and then we could do the things that might run away
Perfect.
down there.
That sounds perfect.
All right, so I'm gonna come over here. So
Okay,
this is gonna look awesome. And I love putting these out for people to snack on while they are waiting on food to finish up. Like if you're the one making the turkey and you need a few minutes, like this is perfect because people sometimes come hungry and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
Yes.
By the time dinner comes.
A snack appetizer is always a good idea.
I agree. I agree. Nobody likes to be waiting and waiting and waiting and so hangry by the time you get your food that you don't even taste all the delicious stuff everybody made.
Now, as far as this prosciutto goes, do you want me to cut it in half, or do you
However
just,
you would like it. I am not a picky.
or we could pile it?
I'm not a picky platter maker.
It's
You
kind
can
of
just
coming apart.
however you would like it. Alright, I'm gonna open the olives and drain them. Oh, that was really easy to open. That never happens to me. I was expecting to struggle for a minute with it, but I didn't. So that was good. And I have these cute little glass bowls to put them in, or the seeds in.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's perfect. But you always need somewhere to put those little seeds.
I know.
Not conveniently next to a trash can every time. Right?
And it's not really ladylike just to spit them.
That's right.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about the holidays coming up to you? Are you like
I
starting
feel
already?
not prepared. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But I do have lists already happening.
Ooh, that's good.
And those kinds of things so that I have an easier time when I get out to shop.
Yeah. Yeah. I've started a few things, but as most of everybody knows, my family knows that both of our girls' birthdays are in November, conveniently located right before Christmas. And so our youngest daughter's birthday is on Friday, so I can't even really think
You have to
about the
get
next thing.
birthdays out of the way
out of the
first,
way.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And I always felt bad for my friend growing up. Her birthday is December 28th. But I always felt like, you know, like Dave's birthday.
Yes, Dave's birthday, my husband, the 29th.
But you're right after Christmas, and I always felt like it was like the forgotten birthday. And so like the girls have always, you know, we get through Thanksgiving and then their birthdays and then Thanksgiving and then it's Christmas. I always feel like it's kind of rushed. So I like to slow it down and like try to have like simpler things.
Oh yeah, give them a nice birthday.
Right.
You know?
Same thing as like December babies. I feel like they need like
something special.
Not just smashed right in there with Christmas and all the busyness.
The worst is to get a birthday gift wrapped in Christmas paper.
Oh.
Sometimes that happens.
I bet it does. I bet your husband has experienced that in his life.
You know, I think his mom and his aunts have always tried to do a really good job about not doing that for him.
Which which is nice.
Yes.
And you guys have such a sweet family. I could see that they would go out of their way to make sure that they were like that.
Oh, thank you.
So I love Jill's crackers. I don't know if you guys have ever tried Jill's crackers.
So good.
But they are so simple with their ingredients. And they are Whole30, they're gluten-free, they're grain-free, and they're lower in carbs than a lot of crackers. So Jill's Crackers, here's a little shout out. I just really like your product. So not a paid endorsement or anything by any means, but I just really like them.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna add some grapes to make it look pretty. Maybe like right here with the cheese, like just
Yeah, that
in
looks good.
between it.
Do you want me to cut
Sure.
any of the apples up?
Yeah, let's do that so we can make it look pretty. And then I'm gonna grab another knife and I can cut the pomegranate if you want. Because once you cut a pomegranate, the juices get on your fingers and you're gonna be dyed pink, so be very careful when you're cutting this. Not to be wearing a white shirt, because I don't think you could get it out.
Probably not. I would, but it stains for
I
sure.
think so too. I'm trying to debate which is gonna be the best way to cut this, but I'm just gonna go in half just to plop it maybe up by the meat so it
I
looks
think
really
that's
pretty.
yeah.
Like look how beautiful that is, but look at the juice
So
coming out of
pretty.
it.
So
And it is just lovely. And I love pomegranate seeds like in a salad.
they're yummy for sure.
Adds a lot of taste. Just like maybe slide that in there so it looks pretty.
That looks pretty.
And then I can add this other cheese, the pre-cut. So I just got a pre-cut cheddar or cheese board. It's got sharp cheddar, Colby, Havarti, and Gouda in it. So I'm gonna add that.
Maybe we could put the apples.
Do you want to do them down here maybe? And then we can do the roasted peppers with the apples down there.
Sure.
I think that would be good. I'll do the other cheese up here,
Yeah.
or some
That
of it.
sounds
All right, perfect. And sometimes the pieces I find are too big, so I'm going to cut or like break them in half or like fold them over, just because they won't fit on my apple slice nicely. And I like a little bite of. I'm a big sweet and salty girl together. Or like, I don't like a lot of sweet by itself, but I like an apple with a piece of cheese.
That's a favorite of mine too.
It's just so good. So good. Alright, I'm gonna go this way with this one. Just for something different. Oh, my pomegranate juice touched my cheese. And now it's pink.
Pink cheese.
Pink cheese. It's festive. And if you wanted to be fancy with all these recipes, if you're going to a party, you could actually maybe make a couple of them and put them together. Like the baked brie would sit really nice on a charcuterie as well.
It sure would.
If you felt like you had time to do that, that would work out really well too. And it would be delicious with all of this stuff. Perfect. So there's the other cheese on there.
Red apple.
That looks amazing. Oh, I'll open the peppers and pick those out. Maybe.
Well, now you have, you know, oil on your hands.
Oh,
Might
God.
make it a little
It makes me
harder.
so excited when I get them done with it. Without having to like call in reinforcement.
Right?
Yeah.
Kaden, where are
I
you?
don't have a Kaden.
I know.
I have to wait. Honey,
Yes.
when you're home.
That's typically what it is in my house too. Kaden's never home. What am I talking about?
Look how big this pepper is.
Wow.
I was
we're
not
gonna cut those.
We're gonna cut that up. I was not expecting the whole pepper to come out of the jar, but that's awesome.
Wow, it looks amazing though.
And it smells so good. I'm gonna pull 2 of these out and we'll just chop it up. I think I can use my same knife, but I just
Yeah.
rinse it off. Perfect. So this one is almost done. And you could be as fancy with this or as casual with it as you want. Like, I mean, you could really just open a package of meat and cheese and cut up a few things, like weight it and throw it together, and it looks like you spent a lot of time.
Absolutely.
And people will love it.
Here, the peppers in the front maybe.
That looks beautiful. I love it. Perfect. Now these are all cut up. That looks so good. I think I'm gonna leave this little fork in here just
Oh, good idea.
to serve it with. There's that.
That's
What do you
great.
think?
I think it's pretty.
Awesome.
I can't wait to eat it.
Totally. All right. So I think I'm gonna check on our brie, and then
Okay.
I'll come right back and we'll see how it's coming. If we're ready to put it together.
smells really good.
Oh my gosh, I cannot get this down. Oh, our brie is just bubbling.
Oh,
It is like, okay, I'm gonna pull this out so you guys can see. I'm gonna take the lid off over here though, because it was really hard to get off for 7 minutes.
yeah.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
look at that.
I'm gonna hold it up so you can see. It's getting really gooey in the middle and delicious.
It smells amazing.
Like, look at it, it's like ready
Oh,
for like a piece of something. Okay,
piece of my cracker.
a piece of your cracker. Yes, it is. You just slide this over.
Yeah.
Here, I'll grab this tray and we can put this together.
Okay.
And so people can see what it's like when we get a big piece of this gooey brie out. Alright, so I got this board, and you don't have to put your brie on a board. I just thought it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And my little brie stirrer came with a cute little spatula.
That's exactly what we need. Oh, look at that.
I know, look at that. Alright, Amy,
Okay, what's next?
dig in and just put a piece on there so everybody can see. So we're gonna serve it with some other cut up apple, and I have some broccoli because cheese and broccoli go together, and I have a pear apple. Look at that! It's so gooey. It is amazing. This is gonna be delicious. So I have a pear apple to cut just half of it up and put it with it. You can eat it.
Again?
You can eat it. It's okay. And some broccoli that I just bought from Trader Joe's. What do you think? Did we do okay?
Perfect.
So I'm just gonna put a little pile of broccoli here
Mm-hmm.
for the people who don't want like the gluten-free bread. And I just toasted up some Char gluten-free baguette to go with it. Today, I really like their stuff.
That's really
I mean,
good.
it's pretty good. It's a little bit, I mean, it's crusty, but it's okay.
It's perfect with that gooey cheese.
It is. All right, I'm just gonna quickly slice up this
Okay.
pear apple while you finish chewing. And these are delicious.
That looks
They are starchier than a regular apple, kind of like well, they are a cross between an apple and a pear. But I really like them with brie because they're not as sweet. It's kind of more of like a, I can't even describe what they're like a starchy apple. So I'm gonna put some of those over here.
That looks great.
Yeah, and then we could even put a couple pieces of that
Yeah,
other
let's
apple
do
right
that.
there. And I think that it's perfect and it's ready to go. Awesome. That looks so pretty. Like I'm ready. This is like dinner. Like
This is
time to
perfect.
dig in.
Yeah, definitely. Dinner time.
Dinner's ready. Or happy hour, one of the two.
Happy hour for
Maybe
sure.
we'll start with happy hour and then we'll go to dinner after that. That's what you do when you have girlfriends over. You drink some wine, you eat some cheese,
Cook some food.
cook some food, and it's awesome.
We'll do some green apples.
Some green too. That would be beautiful. And I will link this platter when I post on the website because I got it from Amazon.
So
And I
cool.
really like it because it folds down to a little triangle and it's
Easy to
convenient
store.
for storage. Yeah. And this one was a gift and I don't know where she got it, but I like it.
That's really cute too.
Yeah. And it has a bee on it for my last name, so I think that's super sweet.
Perfect. Okay.
Awesome. So here is our platter all done. I'm gonna hold on to the brie, but I'm gonna hold it up a little bit so you can see. All done easy. That was like a fast appetizer. You could throw it in the oven, get ready to go, cut up your veggies, and you're out the door. This one, if you put this on someone's table during the holidays, they're gonna think that you spend a lot of
All
time.
day.
And it looks amazing too. Well, thank you for cooking with me today, Amy.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. And like I said, the recipe for the bacon wrap dates is on the website already. And then these two will be up shortly, probably tomorrow. But have a great rest of your weekend. It's almost weekend.
Yeah.
Week and then weekend, and then rolling into Thanksgiving.
All right.